And I'm talking with Mr. Tier Finance, and opening the books up is the headline on your press release. What are you going to do? Tell us all exactly how you're spending the money?
Well, basically, we've been accused in the past of being opaque and that we should be more open and transparent. The financial information is available, but it's only published once a year and in a book format. So what we've done is we've opened up our computer systems to allow the public to go and have a look into the government's payment system so they can see where the money goes during the course of the year. So they can go online, they can go into the individual departments and have a look at their budgets, how the money's been spent within those budgets and where the money's going. So this information will be relatively up to date. It might be 6 to 8 weeks behind the curve, as it were, but they'll be able to track the expenditure during the year. And if they have a particular interest in any area of expenditure, they'll be able to go into the individual department's budgets, extract the information, put it into their own spreadsheet, and then they'll be able to have a look at it themselves.
How transparent is this? Because I mean, it sounds great, but will always be people thinking, well, you just show us what you want to show us. Will it be warts and all?
No, we're actually taking it down to the actual budget level, so it won't show the individual transactions. But having said that, what we're doing is we're taking the first step. What we want to do is to try the system, see how it works, and see what the public wants, and get feedback from the public. So I don't think that it would be right for us to prejudge what the public wants. We're putting this out into the public domain. You tell us what you think and tell us where we should go next.
And likewise, I suppose, for your civil servants, they now got to be a bit more cautious today on how they spend money without it raising awareness to the public?
Well, I think it should help to control what I've always been concerned about, and that's the spend towards the end of the budget period, the so-called Mad March spend. So the public will be able to monitor the spending profile. There are, on some occasions, very good reasons why the spending increases towards the end of the year. But I think if people realise that they will be held accountable, not only by the ministers and the chief financial officer, but by the public in general, it should introduce an additional form of discipline.
Let's talk about the budget finally. Looking back on it, were you happy with it, the way it went and the way it voted? Of course, you did have a few people, well, was it 5 in the end, wasn't it, against you?
There was 5 voted against it, but that wasn't unexpected, and in some respects the actual vote in favour was a bit stronger than I thought it would be. So yes, overall I'm pleased it's over, but it's almost like when you get to the end of the budget fortnight, as it were, you're very tired. 2 budget breakfast briefings, so early start, you're late in Tynwald, and speaking at various dinners and things as well. So it's very much, to use the colour vernacular, it's full on, but it's over now.
We're interested to see that, for the second year we took the whole of your PowerPoint presentation. It was a bit of an experiment last time around, we weren't sure, but this time, a year on, we were pleasantly surprised, I suppose, maybe you as well, about how many people actually do watch those sort of things. There is interest in the public to see the nuts and the bolts of what you're planning. You're surprised that there is that interest?
Well, yes, I was, because I've always thought that I had a face made for radio. So basically, I'm very pleased, but it's part of our engagement process with the public. We are quite happy to explain, and working with yourselves especially, we want to get the message out. But it's not the government's message, it's the information that we need to get out to the public, and then the public can make their own assessment of whether they think the government is doing the right thing or not.